Breaking news. I repeat, breaking news. Chris Paul has now passed Jason Kidd for second all time as the NBA assist leader. Congratulations to Chris Paul. In 19 years as the point guard, he has now climbed up the ranks and is sitting behind only John Stockton. He notched his 12,092nd career assist in his last game. And Chris Paul's just been doing this for a very long time. In 1,296 career games, he has an average of 9.3 assists. And that right there is in an elite category. Chris Paul only trails Magic Johnson with 11.2 as a career average. John Stockton, of course, with a 10.5 career average. Trae Young with 9.7 career assists. And Oscar Robertson with 9.5 career assists. So shout out Chris Paul. He's in elite contention amongst that group. But this is what the list looks like among all-time assist leaders and where he's at. Right behind John Stockton. This is what it looks like, y'all. We have at number 10. This is who Chris Paul is trailing. Isaiah Thomas, or who he's ahead. Isaiah Thomas is at number 10. Then you have Russell Westbrook at 9. Obviously, he's still playing, so we'll see how far up this list he can climb. Then we got the big old Oscar Robertson at 8. Magic Johnson is at 7, and it would have been interesting to see if he would have been able to elongate his career, how long he would have been, or how high up this list he would have been able to climb. But then we got Mark Jackson at 6. Steve Nash, shout out Steve Nash. He's at 5. LeBron James at 4. And obviously, he's still playing. You got LeBron James at 4 with 11,219 assists. So we will see how many more seasons he'll play and how far up this list he can climb to. He may just be able to catch Jason Kidd, but we'll keep our eyes peeled on that. And then we have Jason Kidd at 3 with 12,091 career assists. Then Chris Paul has now climbed into number 2 with 12,092 assists. And then up top, man, the top is so lonely. We have John Stockton with 15,806 career assists. And just to put this into like your minds of how long it would take Chris Paul to even think about catching John Stockton, this is what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Paul would have to play 436 more games, averaging what he's averaging now at, 8.5 assists. And then on top of that, that would total to be about 5 seasons and a third. So although Chris Paul has played 19 seasons and he's 39 years old, it doesn't look like he's going to come close to even sniffing John Stockton. Unless he has another 5 seasons up his belt, then we'll have to see about that. But as of right now, salute to Chris Paul and congrats to him. He is in his 19th season, as I've just told you guys. He's playing for his 6th career, 17 all-time with the San Antonio Spurs, and this is what he's looking like at the ripe age of 39. As of right now, Chris Paul is averaging 10 points, 3.8 rebounds, and 8.6 assists, which is still top 5 in the NBA. Shout out to Chris Paul. It's taken him a long time to get here, but hey, we've enjoyed the ride. I know I have my fair share of gripes with Chris Paul, but I can't help but tip my hat to Chris Paul for accomplishing such a great feat. And as we all know, John Stockton's assist record is never going to be broken, but Chris Paul, out of everybody that's ever played in the NBA, has come the closest to doing that. Chris Paul had this to say about breaking his record and on striving just to be the all-time assist leader. He said, "I remember being a rookie. I said that before, looking up in Utah, seeing John Stockton's all-time steals and assist leader. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, I'm grateful for the opportunity to still continue to play. And Chris Paul, we're grateful for the opportunity to still watch you play, especially with you being able to bless a young, talented Spurs team, Victor Wembanyama in specific, with your intangibles your great ability to find open players and your great ability to play make. And we've seen firsthand his impact on the San Antonio Spurs, but not just the Spurs. We've seen what he's been able to do with every team. We see what he did with the OKC Thunder, leading them to a first round playoff or to the first round of the playoffs, and nobody expected that team to do anything. We've seen what he did with the Suns, leading them to the championship. We remember what he did with the Rockets, leading those teams to back-to-back Western Conference Finals. Even though they came up short, Chris Paul had a lot to do with that. We obviously seen what he did with the Clippers, Lob City. We know that was a movie through and through. And then we seen what he did with the Hornets in his early years. That was my favorite version of Chris Paul. He lit New Orleans up. So shout out to Chris Paul and what he's been able to do. But to put some more things into perspective, Chris Paul has assisted 173 players in his career, which is ridiculous, insane. He's got 173 people buckets. But to take that even further, throughout his career, these are his assist numbers for every team. So he had 4,228 assists with the Hornets. He had 4,023 assists with the Clippers, 930 with the Houston Rockets, 472 with the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then he sort of, when everybody thought he had fell off with the Thunder, we thought he was damaged goods. We thought he was over. He restored his career, went down to Phoenix, played for the Suns, and had 1,848 assists with the Phoenix Suns. Then he went up to Golden State, and in the season, put up 393 career assists with that franchise. And now with the San Antonio Spurs, he's at 198 assists and counting. So shout out to Chris Paul. He's been doing his thing. But once again, he'll never catch John Stockton. My man right here just chimed in the chat. He said John Stockton's a bum. Well, tell that to everybody else who's tried to get an assist in the NBA and everybody that's still chasing his, amazing records. And on top of that, let me go ahead and share this with you guys too, because Chris Paul isn't just chasing John Stockton in assist. He's also chasing him in all-time steals. In case you don't know, John Stockton is not only the career leader in assist, but he's also the all-time leader in steals as well. Let me go ahead and share this with you guys so you can also put this into perspective for another untouchable John Stockton record. Now, as of right now, these are the top 10 all-time steals leaders, which Chris Paul is also chasing Jason Kidd as well, and it looks like he'll be catching him in this too. But at number 10, we have Hakeem Olajuwon. At number 9, Clyde Drexler. At 8, there he is, the GOAT. LeBron James is at 8. We'll see how far he'll be able to climb up. It's looking like he'll catch Scottie Pippen. LeBron James has 2,291 all-time career steals. Scottie Pippen has 2,307. So LeBron will be catching him soon. He'll also catch Mo Cheeks soon too, who has 2,310 steals as well. Gary Payton, I don't know if LeBron will be able to catch Gary, but Gary Payton is 5th on this list. Michael Jordan, the actual GOAT, is 4th on this list. Chris Paul is 3rd on this list with 2,648 career steals, and he will be catching Jason Kidd here very soon, who has 2,684 career steals. So you guys may get another breaking news from me soon with Chris Paul passing Jason Kidd yet again. But at the top of this list with 3,265 steals is John Stockton with yet another untouchable record. So shout out to John Stockton. But more importantly, shout out to Chris Paul. He has skyrocketed up this list. Yes, it took him 19 years, but he was able to do what some people thought was impossible. And here's the thing. A lot of people won't be able to touch John Stockton. So we'll just get him out of this. I want you guys to tell me and let me know, do you guys think there will be anybody that can even touch Chris Paul on this list? Who's going to be able to, if you think somebody can, beat Chris Paul and climb to number 2 overall on the steals and on the assist record? You guys let me know. We Sports Matt said, does Jason Kidd get the credit he deserves in the media? Absolutely not. Jason Kidd is undoubtedly a top 5 point guard. He's one of the best that we've ever seen. Not only passers, which I actually have Jason Kidd as I got Jason Kidd as the second best passer of all time. So I have Jason Kidd number 2, and he doesn't get the credit he deserves as one of the best defensive point guards ever, if not the best defensive point guard ever. So shout out to Jason Kidd. Chris Paul beat you with longevity, but hey, it happens to the best of them. John Stockton, you are a point guard. I don't think you will ever get caught again. But this is Ron. I'm breaking more news to you, and also too, just to put things into perspective, Jason Kidd played 19 years. He played 1,391 games. Chris Paul has played in 19 seasons, and he played 1,296 games. So he was able to beat Jason Kidd by a few games. So shout out to Chris Paul. He is undoubtedly deserving of the flowers that he's getting right now. So shout out to Chris Paul once again. Shout out to you guys. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe and pull up to the next episode of the panel. I will be breaking more news to you soon. Until then,